and being African allows you to be black. It gives you permission to be black. So. From a young age, one of my biggest insecurities was the color of my skin.
It lingered.
Ooh. Hey, sir. Hey. You're in America. You didn't have that experience. Whatever it takes, just make it happen.
Mambo fam, it's your girl Dabe coming to you with another series of Interview Me Please with Charity. And let's get it going, y'all. Let's get it started. So, Charity, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, hi everyone. I am Charity. I am Kenyan American. So I was born in America. So I consider myself an American before I'm Kenyan. And I am back in Kenya trying to figure out how to start a life and how to have a business and how to survive and having that duality. And I'm a single mom to a beautiful baby boy.
Yes. Very beautiful. And how long have you been here? How many times have you traveled? You're Kenyan American, so how many times have you traveled back and forth?
So I've traveled back and forth, let's say like 10 to 12 times over my lifespan. Yeah. But I more recently, after my mom passed away, wanted to come back and reconnect. Mm-hmm. But in her passing was the challenge of not being able to have resources or guidance. Mm-hmm. So in the last like 5 years, I've come back at least every 3 to 6 months, trying to learn a little bit by a little bit by a little bit of how to survive while I'm here. And becoming a mom changed the whole game. The whole game. So whatever I was learning, I have to now relearn from that perspective, because what about daycares? How do you leave him with someone? What do nannies look like? It's a different perspective now, but I'm very much so happier here, for sure. I'm happier here.
So in the past, when you would visit Kenya, like how did that look without the baby?
Well, some people, some people might know when I was peru-paraing in Nairobi. So I had a friend at the time who had like a really big fashion show that was here. I would always come back for that. So one time I hosted it, the fashion. Yeah, that's how people started to get to know me in Kenya. That's why I was saying that when you're here, you really can meet and connect with people very fast. How would I ever get the opportunity to host a fashion show and like no one knows who I am and I'm an American doing this? That was really amazing. So from there, I was able to connect with like his friends and meet other people. I would be able to party. I would meet celebrities. So I just kind of kept pushing myself out there, even connecting with you to just say, hey, like,
you did that,
She
hit me up on social media and was like, hey, I'm in Nairobi, Kenya. You're in Nairobi, Kenya. Let's collab. Let's get together. Let's do something. And that's very important. When you want to put yourself in certain places, in certain rooms, you have to make sure that you're open to it and you're going to get it. You're not just waiting for it to come to you. Like I think a lot of people think that going to the States is like all these opportunities just fall in your lap. And that's not the case. Like, you usually have to know somebody.
Who knows somebody?
Who knows somebody,
Who knows somebody?
Right. Or be wed into it or married into it or born into that life. But it's not as easy as people may say it is, but there is a lot of opportunity. But I do believe there's a ton of opportunity here that's untapped, that like you said, it's not so far advanced that you can't just get in with it and just make it grow even further. Going back to like all your visits here in Nairobi, Kenya, you're Kenyan.
He's like, I'm gonna go snacks.
Let me get my Heinz ketchup. My husband back there. Shout out to DorothyMusa.
Leave her a sausage, please.
Right.
That's why you got that ketchup. So
Girl, you are too. Thank you for looking out for my stomach, for real. Throughout the many years, like your story is very, very diverse. Like there's so many different tunnels that we can venture into. And get to know more of your perspective of like American lifestyle and the Kenyan lifestyle. And you've been here long enough, and you have family here. That you can talk to, and you know the culture more.
That's a plot twist too.
Okay.
So I was telling you earlier that my family is here. So my mom was the first one to come to the United States with my dad, and then my mom and dad had us there. So we were like the first family to migrate, into the U.S. Everyone else is here in the villages and different places in Nairobi, but I don't have a relationship with them. So in coming here, I really am having a lone experience trying to navigate through things. And that's why I said it's really important to connect with people and ask questions. That's the only way I've been able to get anything done. I would even have my Ubers go, because I can't speak the language. So if I had to go into places where I couldn't speak the language, I would say, hey, can I pay you more to come with me and do this thing with me? And a lot of the times I would get on TikTok like, be careful, you know, Uber drivers and Bolt drivers are not safe. And I just don't have that perspective. I feel like people here are inherently good if you're good to them.
Yes.
So that's how I've been able to navigate through being in Kenya, not knowing the language and genuinely not knowing anything. And you cannot Google stuff here. You cannot.
There's things here that you don't even know until you know. Like,
oh my gosh, to get anything done, it's you try and it's like 5 days to get one. You go back again and again and again, and they say, go back, come again, go back. I wanted to do an NGO. I went to the office, like a nonprofit. Right? Okay. I was like, you know what, this is simple.
I'm gonna cut that out because I knew that.
So they just call it differently, you know. So I went to the office, you know, Googled it, figured it out, carried my baby, you know, and he told me to sit. He said, go and sit down over here. He gave me a pen and a paper. Okay, so that was already challenging. He said, write for me your mission statement and 5 things you are going to do with your NGO. And I'm there like I'm studying for an exam.
Wow.
You know, we don't write in the US no more. We don't write.
No, we type.
The way I can't spell anything. And I'm thinking
terrible.
I'm like, number 1. To support orphanage.
That's terrible.
I'm bringing my phone out to do a voice audio so I can.
Girl, I be the same way.
And now my kid is on the floor.
They dump us down.
Ooh, I'm telling you, that chicken scratch stuff is happening. I was just like, oh, Lord help us. So now my kid is on the floor, just all over the place, you know, and I'm just, people are coming in and out of this office. This is a government office. Yeah. And I'm so not getting the White House experience. Okay? I am not getting, like, you know? Yeah. And then he comes back in. He's like, fill this paper out, pay the fee. I paid the fee. He was like, don't worry, it's going to get approved. Did it get approved? No. It is not getting approved. You are going to pay again and again and again. So I just said, maybe I don't need this NGO.
Right.
So
it's not for me.
It's not for me. It's not
this
for
time.
Me. Yeah. So that's when I realized, like, you do need people. You can't just walk into like a space and think it's gonna get done. Now I need to go to a nice Kempinski and sit around a coffee table, find me a government worker, tell him, go and apply for me. That's how you get things done in Kenya. Yeah. It's easier that way because it's through relationships, but it's also challenging because you just can't go to the office and be thinking
it's gonna get done.
It's not
like in the States, you
will pay. Yeah. But it's fine because Americans understand money. When we understand, you pay to blame. Yeah. So you got the money, you can get what you want done. So that's a really nice thing too.
Yeah. What I'm hearing from your story, your experiences here, it reminds me of myself because I'm African American from the States, but I don't have any family here. But you do, but you still have to navigate around as if you're American. Yes. So that, and like you said, you know, I don't know if you said this, but off camera, you said that you're seen as a Black American. You're seen as American here, and even sometimes Nigerian. Yeah. So they don't even see you as a Kenyan. Yes. So that's deep because, you know, our ancestry was wiped away. We have to find it on ancestry.dna.com or whatever to see glimpses of what we are, what is in our blood. Mm-hmm. But you actually know, but you still have to go
struggle.
Those potholes like we do.
And, you know, I've been to Ghana before, and when I make my comparison between Ghana and Kenya, I feel like I'm a little bit more accepted in West Africa. You know, they have more of a welcoming culture. Okay. So when I'm here in Kenya, I get funny questions all the time, whether it's my hair, whether it's my skin, or just so many different assumptions of what I could be. And it's strange to feel that way because you're not used to your identity being questioned often. When you're in America, you're Black with everyone. Yes. And they sometimes would ask me in America too, like, you ain't really Black American because your skin is a little different. Yeah, so I get a lot of funny questions. You know, your skin's a little different, your hair's a little bit different. So it's like I'm more African in America and I'm more American in Africa.
It's a total switch.
It's a total switch. Wow. And I'm constantly having to explain what that is. And Then when I'm in America, I tell people, you know, I was actually born in the Midwest. So I wasn't born in the East Coast. So I've kind of lived all over in a way, and that's why I have like a unique personality. But I would hope that one day those questions would stop. This is what Kenyans do to you. Even at the airport, when they get my passport, they open it and they go, "What is your name?" And I say, "Charity." Well, what is your other name? And I'll be like, "What is the other name?" And it's my middle name. So when you're here, you go by your middle name. So I have a Kenyan name. I'm Charity Wangeshi. Yes. So I have to be Wangeshi here, which is annoying sometimes. Really? Because I'm Charity. The only people who have ever called me Wangeshi were my intimate family. But here in Kenya, I'm Wangeshi.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there, I'm Charity. So it's like I'm always...
Identity.
It's an identity challenge, wanting to figure it out. But I think it's also a blessing to know that I stick out, and I'm okay with that.
And then you probably respond in a respectable way, like teach people. You teach people every time. You would only teach people.
Well, I'm always ready to tell somebody something, you know what I'm saying? But I let people just think what they want now, and I just live in that.
And you go as a Kenyan American.
I claim it all. When I marry somebody else, I'm gonna claim that too. When I talk Spanish, I'm Spanish too. You know, whatever is gonna get me through is gonna get me through. You
play all the cards.
Listen, okay?
Give them all to me. This is probably your 13th time here, right? Hop out. You have a 14-month-old beautiful son. Are you staying here for good? Is this gonna be your home, Nairobi, Kenya?
This is our longest stay here. So we've been here we're staying for 3 months.
Oh, nice.
And because I told you it's challenging to get things done in Kenya, I had a passport and I lost it. So I do have to travel as an American. So I have to leave. And I have to come back, even though I am a Kenyan citizen.
Wow.
I came in on an American visa. So I have to go back. I want Kenya to be my full-time location, but like I said, money talks, and money is made in America. And it's invested in Africa, so you don't have the luxury to just
say that again, girl.
Rewind. Money is made in America, but it is invested here in Africa. So you need to go and get that dollar, especially with the dollar being so high right now and the shilling being so low. You have an opportunity to get things at a very great price. So to me, I don't see being here full time the wisest decision. Also, me having a kid that's so young, the healthcare side of it is more important for him to go back for his shots and his annual visits. So I value that, because if anything is wrong, then I have the ability to fix it there. Here, you pay out of pocket for healthcare. So there's that concern there with him being so young. And also, I just genuinely don't ever want to feel tied to anywhere. So if you ask me where I live at, I live wherever I feel like living for the moment. So I do, I do have a permanent space here in Kenya, though. That's my apartment and my home. That gives me confidence to come back whenever I want to.
How did you get the apartment?
So, hitting people up, asking some questions. So I had a friend who I was following on Instagram for a while, and I paid her to go to every single house on the block to look.
She's not a realtor, she was just a friend.
Yeah, just a friend. You pay a realtor and an agent, you are going to pay. You are going to pay, So I just said, listen, I need a place. Can you go look for it? These are the areas that I want. So she went, she sent me videos, she found it, she signed the paperwork for me. I sent the money over. She was trustworthy enough to see what kind of money.
That's the trust right there.
But the relationship still, because money is very interesting how it's subtle. So she helped me with that, got the keys, and then everything else was like taking the stroller down Gong Road, and I took her with me and I paid her to help me do a lot of these things because I had the baby with me. So she would come with me down Gong Road, like, yo, go tell this guy. Before I get the American price, it's cheaper to hire someone to talk for me than for me to talk and constantly have to fight these people.
Because it's like triple the amount. Once your American accent comes out, they're just going to look at you, literally dollar signs pop in their eyes, and they go, it's going to be 3 times more.
See madam, you have to support me.
Right.
And then you're
the first customer.
You're my customer. I'm giving you good price, fair price. I do not negotiate with Kenyans because they are the best negotiators. They will wear you down.
They do wear you
and
down.
Stress you out. Like you need a
You be having a mental breakdown when you get home.
Yes.
I just wanted a darn towel.
And then, I had a friend and we would go to the same people and like see what the person charging us.
Yes.
And then
we have to do that.
We would get so mad and we're like, Jay, you paid how much? He charged me this much. And you're there like, just stressed because you know you just got. So it's one of those things where I don't negotiate with Kenyans. That says somebody else is gonna come fight that battle for me. And that's just what it is. So she fought them battles for me, and I paid her to fight them well. And if she didn't fight good, go back in there and tell him 10K less. She would go back. And she would say, see, I forgot to him to come down 4K. Good.
That's what I
Yeah, but it was relatively easy to get everything, but it was very expensive, and I wasn't aware of how expensive it would be.
Talk about that.
You have to be prepared.
You have to be. Yes.
Or you'll be sleeping on a very cold floor in Nairobi without a mattress because you didn't bother budgeting for the mattress.
So tell me, how is it in the stores versus on the streets? So what?
Yeah, so the stores are definitely going to be more expensive. You might get a better quality, but it's going to be more expensive. And I think everyone has to decide, what do you value in life? Do you value quality, or do you want to live a very minimal life where your stuff doesn't have to last a long time? If you know you're doing it for a year, you don't need the best of the best. And also here in Africa, the best is not important. Sometimes you can go into people's homes, especially a lot of people that live in Kenya, and see American things. They're very pressed to have that, like, you know, shipped in. That shipped in, shiny, whatever. And it's like, when we come here, we're like, can we get the local furniture, please? Right. The one that's made by the fundi, and if you sit on it, it goes, you get what I'm saying? We call it
the African art.
We call it art.
Right here.
And then the Kenyans are like, I am not buying that man's art. So we like to support locals. We like to see locally made things. A lot of Kenyans are like, no, I want my house to look like it came from Dubai.
It's like that Western mentality, seeing it on TV.
Like
thinking, I need this, keeping up with the Joneses.
Very much so. And I have a lot of friends who have very fabulous lifestyles in Kenya, like better lives than me. And I am no one, okay, not yet.
Girl,
but I'm saying but they are fabulous. Like their apartments are fabulous, their lives are fabulous. They hang out with celebrities. They just look so like their lives are so good. They got the good furniture, the good apartments, and I'm like, they actually live a good life and value the things that they buy. When we are at home, we have all this stuff, and because both you and I have the same stuff, it doesn't matter to us. For them having it gives them a level of confidence, and they carry themselves differently. So when we come here and we get local stuff, it's because we don't value those things anymore, and the value doesn't give us confidence. So our confidence comes from us being American. Does that make sense? So we don't really need to do too much, which is why Americans can go live in mud houses, and they don't feel any less devalued. You can't devalue this one. Because when I leave here, I'm taking a plane going back to American soil. You see? So you can't devalue someone. But here, they'll buy the fake Gucci, they'll buy the fake Louis.
To feel like somebody.
To feel valued, they feel good. We buy fake Gucci and fake Louis,
we feel like nothing. Like, we're like, come on now, we didn't make
and then if we get the real one, you know, that bag better not even touch the floor.
No. We gonna go there like this.
Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you.
I don't place my value though. Like that's one thing that I fought against, as far as something that was put upon us in the American society, to place your value in those things and how you look and how you dress.
Which is why when we come here, we don't value it. But the people here feel fabulous.
Yeah, when they see us, when they hear our accent, they're like, oh, you're American. You're just like, I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to be grounded like you and not worry about all these materialistic things and how I talk and how I care about how I treat other people. I care about that. There's the value in that. And how you treat me and how I treat you, the relationship. And how we can be good and great together. That's what I value. So of course we like looking good and we like,
listen,
you like going on young, you like doing stuff.
You know what was so funny? I used to when I brought luxury items to Kenya, I don't bring them anymore because I gotta let the folks know, because folks be liking to pull up on you. But when I used to bring Chanel to Kenya, I would hold it so tight because one time I almost got robbed by a thug. So I ain't trying to lose my 5K back, but I would hold it so tight.
5K USD?
Yeah, girl.
Even if I had it, sometimes I just feel so cheap. So, like, not cheap, but I feel like when I think that way, I'm like, ooh, I can use that 5K to invest. When you get to a certain caliber, you're probably like, yo, I deserve these finer things or these designer purses. Like, how did you feel when you bought that purse?
Well, first of all,
where were you at?
So here I was, right?
Set the tone, girls.
I started looking good. You gotta look good when you go shopping in some of these places. You can't just walk in there like, you know, you got your money from a drug dealer. You gotta act like you earned this money, right? So I pulled up, you know what I'm saying, make sure you get the car washed and everything like that. You earned it? So, that's a whole nother conversation. We don't talk about that. I made sure I look good, slick my hair down, you know what I'm saying, wore a real cute, nice black
As you are now?
Yeah, but I wore black because expensive people wear black.
Okay.
They don't even bother, you know.
With the colors.
Yeah, it's just too much. Right. It's just too popping. You don't want to pop. I'm saying, like, I think when it comes to being in Africa and being in Kenya, your dreams can come true. There's so much opportunity for growth and for you to be able to start from nothing and become something. Yes. People are very supportive and they're not so far advanced that you can't catch up. So if you start from somewhere, it's easy for you to climb. Yes. When you are abroad, the gap is so wide and you need so much to be successful. Like even in me wanting to start my own company here in Kenya, it's the same thing that I tried to start in America, but I spent $30,000 buying things. Oh, yeah. All I needed was $100 worth of products to start here in Kenya because you don't need as much. You just need to focus, connect with people, and you can actually grow. So I like that aspect of Africa. I think that growth is a real possibility.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I does this. This is what I do every day. Right.
So then I walked in there and they're not expecting you to spend the kind of money you're about to spend. So I was there to spend money. So I got me a Louis luggage. Then I went over to Chanel and got me a Chanel, I don't even know, I think it's the boy bag or whatever. Then I ran over to Gucci and got me some Gucci slides. Dang, I'm walking through the mall, like, not like a dummy now, struggling. I should have, if I was really rich, I would have made someone carry those things to the car. But I forgot that part of richness, you know.
So I carried my bag.
Yeah, I forgot that chauffeur. It's just chauffeur. So I didn't paying this and cutting and there's no course. No. Yeah, but I was so ghetto. I was in there struggling down in the mall, and they were all like, "Oh my gosh, you really went shopping today." I felt so good. I felt like this is what successful people feel like. But spending something and having absolutely no concern for the stupidity in it. Yeah, right. And it wasn't valuable once I got to the house, but in that moment I felt good. And that's really what matters the most to me when I buy luxury things. But also what people don't understand about luxury items is that they increase in value.
Okay, it's an investment.
Yes, it's an investment, okay? It increases your personal value. It increases your relational value.
Stature.
Yes. And if you can carry the proper personality with that item, people are going to believe you earned it. Not that somebody gifted to you. You can tell when somebody's boyfriend done bought her that bag. You can tell. You see what I'm saying? I'm being for real. I ain't lying to you. So it's really important for you to have a certain persona with it. And it walks you into certain rooms differently. People will feel like, man, who is that person over there? They don't question what you say. So if you want to be an ultimate woman scammer, that is how you do it. You get what I'm saying? The ultimate woman scammer, okay? And you go to fine places and you learn
nice restaurants, bar,
people will respect you and they won't they treat you better. And what you want in life is to be treated well. You don't want to suffer and struggle and things like that. So when I got the bag and it's in my house and I realized that I got nowhere to go with the bag. So the bag sits in the house. But my mom called this pocket money. If you ever got into a situation where you no longer had money, and as a mom I think about this a lot. If I got poor and they took everything away from me, how much money could I get back from the things that I own to go and start a new life or come back to Kenya and stretch that money out for a year? That's always been my, like, I have a poverty plan. I believe in God, but I have a poverty plan. You see what I'm saying? And so all the things that I own, they're probably about like 40,000 worth. Wow. Yeah, and they continue to increase in value. And I no longer use them, but I know in a heartbeat, I will sell everything.
So you're not doing it. You're doing it like it's an investment.
In the moment,
and obviously
it was obnoxious.
It for an advantage.
It was obnoxious in the moment. But then I realized as I've gotten older what I value, and that's why we're both here trying to make a life in Kenya. My value system changed. In that moment, it was a wise, dumb decision.
What do you value now?
Love.
Love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I value love the most. I think, I don't even want to get emotional. With love, all things are possible. You can weather any storm when you have love. Without it, nothing matters. The items don't matter, the cars, the trips, the friends, they don't matter if you don't have true love. But when you have love, even this water tastes good. You get what I'm saying?
Girl, you hit the deep.
It does, because you feel good.
Yeah.
So you appreciate,
no matter what.
yeah,
because you have that love.
Yeah, but you can be depressed and not love anything, and that water cannot cure your thirst. Yeah, so love.
Love is what you buy.
Yeah,
that's great. And
do I got it? No.
I was gonna bring it over to that.
If you're looking for me, hello, leave it in the comments.
She's single. She is single, ready to mingle.
For today, maybe tomorrow I might, take them off block. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
So how is that? How is single life here? Like, how is the next scene? Let the people know, because there are single people that watch us, and I just want, because you're coming from a different perspective. I'm married. You're a single woman here. So how is single life here?
So I've dated in Kenya twice. Like I've had a boyfriend, a Kenyan boyfriend, and kind of right now, and it is trash. Okay, let me
what have the Kenyan been doing wrong?
Oh my gosh! Like I was listening to this YouTube lady talk about how she went to Nigeria because she wanted to find her a man, because in America we complain about how bad men are in America. They're not providers, they're lazy, they don't take care of their kids. That's just our thought process.
Lord,
just leave us to the analogies.
Yeah.
So of course, when you come to Africa, you're thinking you're going to get a provider.
Right.
You're going to get a successful, somebody who's going to partner with you and value you as a black woman. So we come here for that value, that thing that you have to offer. We get here. We are being gingered. We are being gingered. You know what I'm saying? Gingered is like when they tell you, oh, sweetheart, baby. Oh, sweetheart.
They butter you up.
Yeah, they and then because you're a romantic, romantic, and you
very
want to be called baby, and you want to be lied to.
Yeah.
You want to be ginger. You're there like ginger, right? Until you realize you're in America with a desire for love, and now you're about to go down this road with this person.
90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I think the challenge is that people can be very opportunist. They assume that as an American you have everything, and you don't. We struggle a lot as Americans, and we're coming here to build something. So I just wish that African men would not look for American people. It's like they're looking for you.
They're actively
they're actively like, Lord, send me an American.
Wow.
And there's no other value system there. So I think that's a challenge, but if they're gonna play, you playing back. I mean, I don't know.
You're playing the game together. We're both playing.
But I've had great relationships, and I used to I never imagined myself being with an African man, but now I greatly, because as an American, being African wasn't cool. Now it's the coolest thing in the world.
It's always been cool, girl. They just try to submerge you.
No, it wasn't for us growing up. It was like being African was like we weren't repping our countries and stuff like that.
Where were you born?
I was born in Michigan.
Woo!
And
there it is.
Michigan.
You want me to be work for it offline? I was like, your accent.
So I was born in Michigan, so we had a little country twang in there, but then we moved up to the East Coast to Maryland, so I would consider myself a DMV girl. And it's like the best place to live, and I'm going back. But right now I live in Georgia, so I live in Atlanta. But I don't know, I just think that being an African in America was never cool, and then it's so cool. Even in Atlanta, it's the coolest thing in the world if you're African. It's like so cool.
Wow.
It's its own community, it's its own village, its own tribe. It's like people thrive as Africans in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah. So I thought that was very beautiful too. But like I told you, that ginger is just too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. From a young age, one of my biggest insecurities was the color of my skin. So I think that in part of embracing my culture, who I am, it comes out of loving all that I am. Being African allows you to be black. It gives you permission to be black. It gives you permission to love everything about you. So I'm glad that society and culture has changed to give us that opportunity to love ourselves. But when you're in America, you didn't have that experience. It was always trying to assimilate to black culture. How you get to wear the fabrics, you get to talk about the music, you get to eat the food. There was a time where eating fufu was like, you're eating what?
Yeah.
Now I'm in Kenya ordering fufu. Every 3 days I'm eating fufu like a madman, and I'm happy for that, because there was so much culture missed out in that time, so much flavor, so much richness. So now that the music has given us an opportunity to love the culture, I make sense.
Yeah.
I finally make sense in this world, you know? And I get to be me, and it's cool. Yes. And now people see me in Kenya, and they're like, she's in Kenya. I mean, yes, because I'm in Kenya.
Yeah.
I'm cool. And I was denying my coolness
for so long.
Yeah.
You're realizing, like,
and I'm cool.
You are. And you've always been. Just because society didn't see it, like, you always been.
Yes.
You always have been that girl.
Yes.
The it girl.
Yes.
So, no matter what shade we are.
But what's your experience like? Because I know they look at you and say,
"Ooh, reverse interview."
I know. Me, when I walk down the streets, they don't know what I am sometimes. They're like,
no, for sure.
But for you, they're like, hey, this one. How she bleach her skin? Oh. Talk about it.
No, they see me as Mzungu, and then some of them, if I don't talk at all, they'll see me as Kikuyu, or they'll always put me in a tribe where there's lighter skinned people.
Yeah.
My features, they'll throw me all over the world.
Yeah.
They'll put me in Caribbean. They'll like, you're Caribbean. You look like Rihanna. I just got recently. They're like,
hey,
you
Riri.
Right.
Send us some minty.
We need it. I got it on right now, girl.
What's up?
Like, we one and the same. So they'll throw me in Ethiopia, all these places, but it just shows me that Black is everywhere. We're beautiful and we're seen everywhere.
Yes.
Like you could get a feature from us and be like, oh, you're from here, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
Like just like you, like your hair, like our texture of our skin, the color of our hair and our eyes, everything's different. Like, you know, the Black woman has the Eve gene, so we can create anything.
Yes.
So we're everything in anything.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it when they do that. I'm like, yeah, I'm everything.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting because like a lot of Africans want lighter skin and they're bleaching their skin to get it because it gives them access to money.
Yeah.
And money really drives the motive behind a lot of Africans and what they do, good or bad. And it's just interesting for you to see that on the other side and to experience that because you are in a sea of Blackness.
Right.
So even though you are Black, in America you wouldn't stick out as much. But here you would stick out, whereas myself, I completely blend in.
You blend in,
yeah. So it's a very interesting like perspective to like feel.
It's crazy because I never. Well, my mom is very fair, and my dad's like I guess I don't know, chocolate. Like I don't know, medium chocolate. I don't know. But when they had my siblings, they're fair, extremely fair. So when they had me, I was the darkest one.
Yeah.
So I was seen as the
Yeah.
dark chocolate girl.
Yeah.
But here I'm seen extremely light.
Yeah.
So it's like diverse. I'm just like, what? You guys like, oh, she's white or da-da-da. Like you're mixed. You have to be. And I'm just like, I'm black. And they're just like, okay. But in the States, I was seen as a black girl.
Yes.
Because of my siblings
Your
being
siblings,
so light.
yes.
So when I came out as fair as I am to others, I see myself as dark.
Yes.
So I had that colorism thing.
That's why travel is so important.
Yes.
And I always tell people there's no excuse for depression.
Yeah.
If people are making fun of you, go to a place where that no longer exists. If you black, go to Sudan where they are black. Right. And you will be light.
Yes.
You know? If you feel like you have an accent and you don't like it, go to a place where the accent is just
go where you're celebrated and
accepted and thrive in those spaces and don't feel like, you know, the Western society is the only place where you can have happiness.
The beauty standards.
Yes. There's a world out there that's so much bigger. So when I find myself in Kenya, I find myself much more happier. And I'm doing the exact same things, but I just feel like there's a burden off of me.
Wow.
And I have space to be me.
You're seen, but you're not. You blend in. You're seen, but you're not seen. I keep coming across that every time I interview an African in America.
Yes.
They're always like, I'm seen there. Like, my color is seen. But here, I'm seen, but I'm not. Like, I see for my talents and who I am as a person, but not because of my color.
You know what's crazy? When I watch, like, American YouTubers, the guys, their life is nice. They get plenty women because of them being an American.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have anything.
Right.
You just are American completely. And they live a different life. They live a very much like bachelor life in Kenya and in Africa because people are so inundated to that American desire, you know, to have something
very well.
Yes, there's a lot of, even when the Europeans come here, they have the same experience. The women want it doesn't matter how old that Guga is. They are Guga grandpa. It doesn't matter. They are so like attracted to it.
Wow.
So I just it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good to like know that.
So that we come here with what's the word I'm looking for?
A crown on our head. I'm just kidding.
You come here with privilege.
Yes, with privilege, and it's great privilege, and I feel good about it.
Okay.
Yes, I feel Yes, I feel very proud to be an American. Where at least I know I'm free. And don't forget the man who died and gave that right to me.
Exactly.
And I'll gladly stand up yesterday. That's the American whatever it is. So,
I do agree.
Yeah,
to an extent about being an American or being born there. Because our ancestors have fought for us to have these rights that we do have. But there are a lot of systematic dilemmas that we still have to go through. And it's a struggle. Like you said, here, it's easier. It's more tangible here to be able to build here. And then you feed other Africans like yourself. So you guys grow together. But in America, like, the system was built for us to not make it.
I think that's a juxtaposition right there, because my thing is this: when my mom came to America, she had one goal: to be successful, to pursue the American dream. That's the mindset of an African when they enter into America has nothing to do with colonialism, nothing to do with prejudice.
They don't know nothing.
They don't care about discrimination. You can call them a monkey if you want to, as long as you are paying them. As long as you are paying, and they can go home and do what they came to do. They're not there to bother you. They're not there to be a part of politics. So it's like when my mom came in, she was like, I have to get my kids educated. I need to get myself educated. I need to build a business. I need to provide. I need a home. And those were the things that she wanted. It didn't matter to her if people made fun of her. That wasn't important. She didn't come there for people to love her. She came there to be successful. And that's what America offers. And when she did that, she was able to amass great success. When my mom died, I didn't know she had that much money. She was acting real poor. Okay?
She saved it all for y'all.
Then we destroyed it, but that's another topic. But but she amassed a lot of land here in Africa, and she was able to build properties, and even in the U.S. she built a very successful business. So that was all that mattered to her. So when we come in and have that perspective, we're not wasting our time thinking about what the culture is saying. Wait, this culture, And I feel like coming back to Kenya, it's reignited my love for entrepreneurship. It's reignited my love for creativity, because this is what Africa thrives off of. It's very much so. You sell tomatoes and I sell oranges. You need an orange and I need a tomato. We're going back to the beginning where entrepreneurship was the heart of how people survive. Here, everyone has a business. Whether it's like even the thugs that steal from us have a business. You know what I
said that the other day. My husband and I were like, okay, I have somebody for my honey. I have somebody for my clothes. I have somebody for my hair. Like, you can literally diversify. You can have 10, 15 people for anything you need in your household.
Yes, you have a nanny, you have a cook, you have this, and you're employing people. That's the most frustrating thing too, is that I didn't realize that I'm a CEO of my household.
Right.
Like, these people, I gotta tell these people what to do all day. I'm tired sometimes, I'll be in my room drinking wine like, God help me,
Right, you come here already as a boss. You come here already as a CEO.
Yes, and people respect you that way. The guards, the security, they are respecting you like a boss.
They call us boss. Like, hey boss, you're my boss. And I'd be like,
yeah, I'm just paying rent.
No, you're the boss.
That's where that confidence comes from. That feeling of like you're respected here, and it just makes you feel good, because that like that person that owns a fundi shop over there with all these clients, and they own commercial space. Commercial space in Kenya is cheaper than housing. It's cheaper than housing. So I'm like, oh my God, I could actually have a commercial space for $50K. That's like $400 a month. You can actually have your own store. I can just go shoot there, and I have to shoot in my house with my kid being noisy. Those kinds of dreams are impossible in America, because I had a commercial.
Back to that.
Yes,
it's like, how is it impossible? But it's the land of opportunity, milk and honey. But here it's more possible.
That's because the milk and the honey comes from Africa, and it's imported. It's imported to America. You're going to pay tax. When you go there, you're going to pay tax. And it's called privilege tax. In America, you only become successful because you work hard and you plow through. Success is not something that's given to you.
So your mom had the mindset, is what I'm trying to say, from African Americans and Africans, right? The African diaspora. So yes, we have our challenges here. The Kenyans just got free 1863.
Yeah.
So, no, 1963.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of.
I don't know my history.
So from being colonized by the British, right?
Yes.
So, but you guys had a different type of, I can't speak on it because obviously I didn't live
Yes.
it. But I'm saying based on being African American and just being out of the slavery mindset, we have those unseen challenges and traumas to fight through.
Yeah.
So your mom's coming to America like, I'm going to get it. It's a straight path for her. In her mind, it's tunnel vision, right?
Because Africans don't fear pain.
Exactly.
They don't fear
had pain in the States.
No, it's not that kind of pain. It's struggle. Africans don't fear struggle.
So what's the difference? Like, so African Americans. So how come a lot of us aren't getting it? Is what I'm thinking.
Why not enough
in America?
In America, Black Americans, African, whatever y'all call yourselves. Why? It's because I'm gonna take it biblical, but suffering and pain is necessary for success. You have to embrace the challenges that you go through in order for you to get where you need to be. Every challenge and every obstacle is essential to building you up. If you run from those things, you can't build yourself up. Now you don't have the competence or the strength to pursue the things that you really want in life. So when someone tells you no, you give up. When someone says that it's not your turn, you cry about it. When everything crumbles and falls, you go home and cry.
Yeah.
But an African person, they get up every day looking for an opportunity. They don't care about the obstacles, and they have their mindset like, I need to make it. I need to make it. That's what drives some people to evil, and what drives other people to success. It's that need. As a Black American, that need for us, we almost feel like it was taken, and we don't have energy to take it back. But you have to go and take it back.
We're tired.
We're tired, but everybody is tired. The difference is that some people are tired and keep going. And others complain about it. And I've been a complainer. I should have been way more successful than I am.
We see traveling to the other side of the world, the opportunities that we do have that we didn't take advantage of in the States. So we're going back to pursue those and bring that money here to build here as well.
To build something, because I feel respected here. I feel valued here. But when I was in America, because I have something going on over there, because the IRS be looking, so girl knows that. You know what I'm saying? But I think what I struggled with entrepreneurship in America is that, especially the Black women, they're so successful. They're very, very successful. And $100 in Kenya is 100, 500, 1,000 is you're building something. We have the pressure to be a millionaire overnight. You have people writing books that say everyone deserves to be a millionaire. Deserve or can do. So I feel like it limits our pursuit of entrepreneurship because it's expensive. And how can everybody be a millionaire? And how does everyone deserve to be a millionaire? There's things in between that are valuable and important. Just having a successful business that pays your rent, gives you a little bit to go out and to hang out, that is enough. You don't need to master so much. Here in Kenya, you have people who are 25 and 30 with businesses and shops, and they employ people, and no, they're not driving a Range Rover and a Lamborghini. They probably take a matatu and an Uber. But they're successful because their business makes enough money to prove they're self-independent. That's success in here, That person selling tomatoes, they provide for their family and they budget themselves, they do all the calculations. That is entrepreneurship. But at home, we have the need to be extremely successful, have the Chanel bag, drive the nice car, live in the best houses. All of that for what? That's what robs us of success. I always say that poverty is the best thing in America because when you're poor, you get everything. It's nice. You get everything. And they don't have that here. They don't have an opportunity to feel like
it's nice or it's
nice. Listen, it's nice.
It gives you a handout to keep you sitting down. I feel like it keeps you still. Keeps you stagnant.
Does anyone keep anyone still or stagnant? I think it's a choice that everyone has. If we give people the mindset to think that someone gave you something to be lazy, that's your own decision to be lazy. If I give you 40K today and you just decided to go party with it, that was your own decision. If the thing about it is that it's what you earn that you keep longer. It's more of a rule of money than it is a rule of what you're capable of doing. Because you get free healthcare, you get free food, and you get free housing, it's what's causing you not to work. But you don't want the hardship. Just choose your lane and enjoy.
Yeah.
That's my thing, you know? But I just feel like in America, I just could not connect with people like you so easily. I couldn't have this opportunity to have the space where, you know, the kids are in school, the nanny's watching my kid, you know, you're even here to be able to be here with your husband.
True.
People are not together. The money does not allow that in America.
Oh, no.
In Kenya, you can do those things. Yeah. And that's what adds value to your life. And that value is what makes you work harder because you know you're not absent in the other areas of your life. They're being taken care of. My house is being cleaned right now. Dinner is being prepared. You see, when I go home from here, ain't nobody asking me to do nothing.
Yeah.
That gives me space to create.
Be with your child.
Yes. And to be healthy and happy with my child. When I'm at home, I am a ratchet mess. Crying because it's just too much pressure. And here I don't feel the pressure. And that gives me space to think. So it's just a matter of what people need. Intentional in making sure that we looked good. We got braces. She would do our hair, get us the most decent clothes. One time she bought me some Shacks and I told her, Mom, you can't never do that again. You can never do that again.
You knew about that at that early age.
Huh? You just can't do that again. But she was always trying to groom us. Like, you know, when she would wear pajamas, they were looking like dresses that I would wear to church, you know, and she would always make her hair. She took time for herself to look good, to smell good. She got me into perfume. And that's when I learned, like, you know, you ask yourself, why would you spend $250 on a perfume? Would you do that?
No.
Why not?
Now that you're talking more and I think about it, I have that dilemma in my mind as far as like being humble and then being like richy and like, oh, I'm too good, I'm bougie or whatever. So that bougie, that ratchetness be clashing together.
You've been in the elevator and somebody left and you were
they
like,
linger.
Ooh. Hey, sir. Hey. Wait a minute. Have you ever had somebody go, excuse me? Excuse me, what are you wearing?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Right?
When I wear my Versace spray.
Yes.
Purple one.
Quality perfume lingers and it creates a story. It's talking without talking. Do you need 10,000 bottles of them? No, but you can invest in one quality one that you wear in a space where you know you want to linger. Yeah. I want to linger in this space.
I work today.
Yes. See, it ain't enough because you ain't gonna linger.
I put it in my body.
No, if you like to do
I didn't want to put it here because I got eczema.
No. That's going.
So you didn't smell me when I came.
No, I didn't smell you. And girl, you didn't smell me because I forgot to put anything on. Okay,
but you glowing.
Listen, because by the way, I've got this company. It's called Tiagi Skin.
Let me see.
These are all the colors together, but. Me, I am Madame Tantalizer. You can try some.
Madame Tantalizer.
Okay?
Ooh.
Good. Yes, nice and creamy.
Immediately.
Yes, okay. Look at this. Look at this.
Immediate feels
You see that shine? You see the difference?
My dull arm for a second.
And it's great for eczema too.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I like to put on a lot because I love to glow, and that's so. This is called Tiagi Skin, which means butter in Swahili, and you can find this on Instagram at tiagiskin.ke. We are going to launch this week, and you can see all of the different collections that we have going on. So this is a mixture of everything because it's my personal one. God forbid I am not tantalizing.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure. You know, after you go to the bathroom and stuff like that, you don't want to be dry. But yeah, it's super amazing. Just check it out. We'll talk more about it at another time. But as we were talking about, even like skin, having beautiful, glowy skin makes people want to come and talk to you. Okay. And they say, oh man, your skin looks so beautiful. Those small compliments throughout the day give you confidence.
It does,
and it makes you feel good. A lot of people don't get compliments. You don't have the people that you love telling you, you look wonderful, you're this, you're that. Purchasing something of quality that introduces you without you having to say anything. Sometimes you don't even realize that you put that perfume on in that tantalizing Tiagi Skin until someone tells you, dang girl, your skin look good, what you using? And that's when you go, I'm that girl, you know, and that's really what luxury and quality items are about. It's about how it makes you feel, what it communicates to other people without you having to say it. When you change your mind frame on that, you don't just buy perfume. Now you start sniffing all of them to see what resonates with you, and then learning the notes and stuff like that. Wow. I read this in an article, and I also saw it in a YouTube video where, rich, wealthy people, do you know what they do with their time? Rich people don't have to work. Yeah. What do they do with their time? Yeah. They go and find art, things that they love, and they study those things. That's what they do. Yeah. If they want to be a painter, they appreciate art and paint art. It's us who don't have time to appreciate things because we're constantly working, overly stressed, and not considering what do we like. Yeah. It doesn't have to be perfume for you, but you need to have something that you like that communicates value to you, and to see the world in that level of beauty of perfume is not just perfume. Makeup is not just makeup. Yeah. Wine is not just wine. Steak is not just steak. The Wagyu I ain't got to yet, but I heard Wagyu, them animals are massaged real nice. they're like, they get like good massages and stuff, and it's a very expensive piece of meat. Wow. When you eat that Wagyu, I promise you're gonna eat a meal before you go to the Wagyu, so you can eat that Wagyu slowly. It ain't a big piece of meat. But you have to learn that in order for you to experience the real depth of life. The same way that, traveling across the world, you experience the fullness of the earth. But to experience the depth, you have to study into something. Yes. So I just encourage people to love art, to love something enough to learn about it. Even my makeup, I took time to learn my makeup. And I have the same makeup all the time because it never fails. Yeah. And I think enough people aren't trying to understand that makeup can help you articulate your face in a way where you get to accentuate your beauty and hide your flaws. Yes. It's not about insecurity. It's about giving yourself the best opportunity to kill the competition. And it's not about competition either. It's about you feeling good. You're competing with your best self, and I feel like everything in life can help you achieve that if you're just more sensitive, aware, and you take time to learn, but just start with the tantalizing skin. That's all you need.
Your hands in. So you have the tantalizing skin.
Well,
where can people find you at?
Okay, so I got a lot of stuff going on. I do have my own YouTube channel, and so mine is all about life, luxury, and the things that I'm talking about now. Yes. And also, I'm a very spirit-filled child of God. Okay, Jehovah is my Lord and Savior. So for women who want to have a better relationship with Christ and their walk through Christ, you definitely want to find me on YouTube, and also check out my podcast, Chatting with Charity, where we talk about the evolution of a woman through Christ and just how to become your best self and to showcase that person to the world. I go into very deep topics because even if you see me here now, I'm not perfect. I've been through a lot, and I'm very happy to share that story with others to encourage them. And you can find me on TikTok where they keep clowning me, okay? They clown you. Listen,
TikTok don't play. TikTok does
not play.
If you can take it there, girl, like you said, you can take. You'll be straight.
Yeah, they're in there.
YouTube is more friendly, I feel like, in my personal opinion. Like TikTok don't play.
TikTok don't
what they clowning about? Real quick before we go.
Okay, right now they're clowning me because I went to what I call a bodega, and it's not a bodega.
I call it a bodega too.
It's a bodega, and the bodega is a little store. It's not a store. It's an outdoor grocery little thing, and it's the closest thing that I could find was the word bodega. Yeah. And people were like, bodega? What is a bodega? And then I was telling them the prices of the food. And I was like, oh, tomatoes are 150 shillings, eggplants are this. And they're like, Sasa, you're being robbed. Con men 101. Sis, be careful. You're being cheated. And then they're like, hey, that American has been cut. So they're basically clowning me because the lady was charging me double, even more than the grocery store. And I'm over there thinking I'm supporting a local Kenyan.
Right.
And I'm
supporting her already.
What? I'm supporting her and her bag. Yes. Okay. But so they clowned me for that. I ain't going back to sis no more. They got me because there's a man that sells dogs at Sarah Center, and I posted him, and everybody knows this man, and they're saying he steals dogs and stuff. And
oh my gosh, I've seen him.
You seen him?
He's holding pups like this.
Yes.
And he's just like showing them around.
Hey, you seen him?
I go to Surrey all the time.
Yes. So I just posted him because I was like, guy, the hustle is intense if they're selling dogs on the street.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, yeah, I bought a dog from him. My dog died. I bought a dog from him, and just different things. And I was like, I did not know this. You never know what's gonna pop off on TikTok, okay? So I get crazy TikToks. I tell the truth there, and you see a mix of my full story there too. But you can also find me on Instagram at Tiagi Skin, and I keep it very cute and classy on Instagram. There's no ratchet behavior there, okay? But
it's all about the aesthetic, the ambiance, the clothes, the pictures. Instagram's totally different.
They're different. But so I look forward to us having more chats though.
Me too.
I think this.
I love to
really
be on your
nice.
podcast.
Yeah,
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Podcasting is less intimidating.
Really?
Yes.
You feel like YouTube's intimidating, or just it's like kind of like this, right? Podcast. We're just talking.
Yeah, but I just think that there's no eyes on you.
Oh. All right, well, it was so nice having you, Charity. Thanks for being here on my channel. What is one last thing you want to say to the people real quick? Any advice to give to anyone, moms, Black women traveling alone? Any advice you want to give to the people?
I would say believe in yourself and overcome your challenges and create a life that you love and you desire. Whatever it takes, just make it happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. So thanks, guys. Tune in next time on our next episode of Interview Me Please, our series. Siku Jema or Siku Wema, wherever you're coming from. It's your girl, Doll Babe, and Charity. Bye.
Bye. That was so cute.
If you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you don't feel my pain. Please don't give me